Namaste and greetings to one and all. I, Vishakha Singhania, a PhD research scholar at Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology, Bhubaneswar, extend my gratitude to ICT SDS for organizing this conference and providing me an opportunity to present my research. The paper has been co-authored by Dr. Dipanjali Mishra, and the title of our paper is Digitalization of Text and Analysis with reference to the Indian epic Mahabharata. Digitalization plays a very important role in the revitalization of cultural heritage and keeps our societies connected across generations. India's rich, tangible and intangible culture, consisting of some timeless folklores and mythologies, have carved a special niche for India across the world. The Mahabharata, one of the two Indian epics that tells the tale of a dynastic struggle between two sets of cousins for control of the Bharata kingdom in central India, has been told and retold across generations. On one hand, the Mahabharata has the ability to absorb social history, and on the other, it has the creative potential to remain the most current. In addition, it has influenced the various tiers of society in different ways as a multi layered text. It is said that in India, there is nothing in human existence which does not have a place in the Mahabharata, said a scholar, Pupul Jaikar, who is cultural advisor to the Indian government and impresario of festivals of India in the United States and other countries. To preserve the manuscript of the Mahabharata in a way that it could be stored from damage, larceny, and decay and made available for posterity, the introduction of digital technologies and digitization seemed viable, giving an opportunity to preserve, transcend originals, disseminate the information to a much larger audience, allowing the prevailing information to be rewritten, reconstructed, decoded, and expanded. This paper is an attempt for the qualitative investigation of the various tools of digitization and its impact. Digital transformation, including the management of grey literature, assumes an umbrella role encompassing digitization and digitalization as its constituting components and regarding them as small but necessary steps in the big picture of preservation and connection. Sage Vyasa wrote the Mahabharata in palm leaves in Vyasa Gufa, situated in Mana town in territory of Uttarakhand, probably between the 3rd century BCE and the 3rd century CE, the presence of which is confirmed by archaeological investigation. Innumerable scholars and publishing houses have worked to prepare critical editions of the epic across the country and outside. The paper will talk of the contemporary times, how the epic is dealt with. Digitization process through which information storage system manipulates digital resource in any format, whether it is text, images, and sounds, and it exists in distributed networks. In India, since 1980, the main goal of libraries is digitization and preservation of rare manuscripts. On 19th November 1985, Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts was inaugurated by late Prime Minister of India, Rajiv Gandhi, for digital preservation of manuscripts. In July 2000, a pilot project was commenced by National Archives of India in collaboration with Department of Science and Technology and National Institute of Advanced Studies, Bangalore, for digitization of rare manuscripts. In this project, rare manuscripts like Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, and the Mahabharata were digitized and preserved in CD-ROMs. The National Archives of India, National Manuscript Mission, and National Information Center, among the many organizations for manuscript handling, play a crucial role in their digitization. The audio-video live streaming of B.R. Chopra's 94-episode TV series, aired on Doordarshan in 1988, created a digital revolution, bringing this great epic to the masses. Channels like DD Bharat, Star Bharat, and Colors made an attempt to reconnect the masses once again by airing a rerun of the same during COVID-19. In 2013, Pen Studios released an animated version of the Mahabharat voiced by Amitabh Bachchan as Bhishma. The film consumed rupees 50 crores but was not very successful. 2014 saw an Epic Channel's Dharmashetra, a 26-episode drama with many of Mahabharat's central characters testifying in the courts of Chitragupta, the Hindu equivalent of Judgment Day. Print media saw an upsurge of mythlit in the works of authors like The Palace of Illusions by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni, Karna's Wife by Kavita Kane, The Roll of the Dice and the Rise of Kali by Anand Neelakantan, Jaya by Devdutt Patnaik, Miss Draupadi Kuru by Trisha Das, among the plethora which are quite known. Not to forget the various children's versions, comic books like Amar Chitra Katha, collections of short stories, management tales, and graphic novels. Indian publishing has come alive to the sheer potential of myths. The resurgence is a welcome upshot to boost this great epic and its digitalization. Dr. Bulbul Tiwari, a postdoctoral fellow in the humanities at Stanford University, has taken the onerous task of creating an online digital audiovisual encyclopedia of the Mahabharata, creating a multimedia website that showcases the performance traditions of the epic and also documents its life in television and the big screen. Along with Peter Brooks, who's a theatre director and a Grammy Award winner's 9-hour long play, The Mahabharat, the works of hordes of foreign scholars and cultural diplomacy all prove that the Mahabharata has transcended the limitations of space and boundaries. With the upsurge of digital media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, personal blog, data storytelling, and other audiovisual mediums of live streaming, the epic is mediated significantly through a digitally interpretative community and gets circulated across the boundaries of ethnicity, culture, and nation. Today, social media plays a vital role in expressing thoughts. According to Goldenstein Love, social media sites like Twitter can help in reviving literature and can help in facilitating communication between writers and the audience. Following the trend of e-generation, mythologist Devdutt Patnaik has retold the entire Mahabharata in just 36 tweets. Chindu Sridharan's epic retold is quite popular on Twitter. Podcasts these days are yet another faculty to entertain, humor, and educate, and a place where episodes of the great epic are spoken of. Adaptations of the Mahabharata as graphic novels is another tool to grab the attention, especially that of youth. Mahabharata, Gods and Heroes is a graphic novel created by Michael Dolan B.V. Mahayogi and his team. He teaches at Universidad de Guanajuato in Mexico, is a blogger, and adapts the Mahabharata text for this graphic novel. It's him who gives it the distinctive narrative style that you have the opportunity of reading. An interesting tool that has emerged to deliver stories is data analytics and storytelling that extracts insights from big data using state-of-art technology and shares them as stories for easy consumption. Gramina Inc. is one such company that is doing phenomenal work in this field. They have further tools like word clouds, as can be seen on the slide, prepared from a frequency distribution of the words, that is a count of which words occur how many times. The word cloud plots the words at a font size proportional to the frequency of occurrence. Mahabharata browser, the next image, developed by them, provides a simple interface to browse the full text of the Mahabharata and find where the characters appear. The visualization shows each section as a block. The length of the block is proportional to the size of the section. This makes it easy to see where the characters speak together. By plotting a network of their closeness, one gets easy access to the insight into the structure of the tale. It has further developed correlation matrix that gives an understanding into the relationship between the characters at a glance. Google sites that have summarized who's who in this epic gives a quick comprehension of the characters with relatively much lesser efforts. I would like to conclude saying that our existence in digital era and the tools of digitization has transformed our experiences and how we relate to our ancient manuscripts. Although one cannot deny the missing human element and a constant need of technological upgradation, we have to admit that digitalization has truly revolutionized the preservation and creation of culture. The limitations of my paper is the quantitative analysis of the tools of digitalization, which I would hopefully be conducting in the coming days. I once again thank you all very much and would like to end my PPT here. Thank you very much.